today's stuff is not new. This is kind of the second lesson on the same stuff. We are still solving by factoring, which means you still have to have factoring down. So if you're still struggling with that, you need to go back into the previous unit and get onto those things because you need it here. All right, staring at this problem, if I'm asking you to solve this, meaning I need to figure out what the possible x values are. First thing, we talked about this in the last unit, in the last video, or the last lesson, rather. We need to make sure that this is set to 0. Because if it's not set to 0, we can't solve anything. We've got this negative 6 over here. In order to get a 0 on the right side, we're going to need to add 6 to both sides of the equation. Now notice I'm adding a 6 to both sides of the equation. Okay? That's going to cancel and give me equal to 0 over here. But I'm only going to add the 6 to this 6. It doesn't change the negative 7x or the x squared. So we're going to be looking at 12 here, so plus 12 minus 7x, and then x squared there. So now I need to solve this. In order to solve, first step, factoring. So we need to look at this 12. What are the different combinations of numbers that can give me a 12? Let's go count it off. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to make your lives way easier if you count up. Okay? And as soon as the next number is over here, you're done. So we've got 3 different possibilities. Okay? So we've already taken care of that 12. Next thing we need to look at is which of these 3 pairs, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4, by addition or subtraction, are going to give me a 7. Well, 3 and 4 should do it. So, we're going to take our 2 values. This is just an x squared, so we're left with an x, and an x, and a 3, and a 4. I'm looking for a negative 7, so that should be minus 3, minus 4, so negative 3 minus 4 will give me that negative 7, and a negative will give me a positive 12. Okay? So these two are equal to 0. Okay, so we're not done yet. Keep in mind, if whatever is in this first parenthetical ends up being 0, 0 times whatever this is will equal 0. Same thing with the second one. Whatever this ends up being, if this is 0, whatever this ends up being, we multiply them together will be 0. So if either of these two parentheticals end up being 0, when we multiply them together, we'll get 0. Because anything times 0 is 0. So we'll set both of them equal to 0. X minus 3 equals 0, and x minus 4 equals 0. Okay? Don't just say x equals negative 4 and negative 3 here. You do have to solve. Add 3 to both sides. So x equals 3. Add 4 to both sides. X equals 4. So my 2 possibilities are x equals 3 or x equals 4. So like I said, this is not new as what we were working on last week. I do want to take these couple of lessons slowly, in part because it's adding something on factoring, which is already difficult, but also to hopefully give you a chance to go back and do some more factoring practice if you need that. So make sure that you've got the factoring stuff done because, again, like everything builds on itself, and we're going to be solving and doing factoring stuff for a while, and also you're going to need it in Algebra 2. So it's just a good skill to have as you go through the math life. Okay? So, there will be an assignment posted in just a minute here. Go ahead